You think your cat greets you at the door out of love, but behavior experts warn it could actually be a silent cry for help. That stretch when they see you? Not just cute, it's urgent communication. Even licking your feet isn't random. Today, I'll decode the secret signals your cat sends every day and why ignoring them could be a huge mistake. Let's begin. Number 1. The sudden bite. Why cats attack you while you're petting them. This is the betrayal every cat owner knows. You're petting your cat. They're purring, eyes half closed, looking completely content. Then, without warning, they bite you hard. And sometimes they add a bunny kick combo with their back legs. You didn't do anything wrong. Nothing changed. But suddenly you're bleeding and your cat is staring at you like you're the problem. What just happened? This is called petting-induced aggression, and it's one of the most misunderstood cat behaviors. Here's the truth. Cats have a petting tolerance threshold. Some cats love being touched for hours. Others max out at 30 seconds. Every cat is different. When you cross that threshold, their brain switches from pleasure to irritation instantly. But here's what's frustrating for humans. Cats usually give warning signs before they bite. Tail starting to twitch, ears flattening slightly, skin rippling on their back, pupils dilating. Most people miss these signals because they're subtle. So from the cat's perspective, they warned you multiple times and you ignored them. The bite is a last resort. But why does petting become irritating? Several reasons. Overstimulation is the main one. Constant touching floods their nervous system with sensation until it becomes overwhelming. Like when someone tickles you too long and it goes from fun to torture. Another reason? They might be in pain. Arthritis, an injury, or a sensitive spot you keep hitting. The petting feels good initially, then suddenly you touch the wrong place and their instinct is to defend themselves. The solution? Learn your cat's signals. Watch their body language. Stop petting before they reach their limit. Let them control the interaction, because that sudden bite isn't random. It's communication you're not hearing. Number 2. The bathroom rebellion. Why cats pee outside the litter box. Nothing's more frustrating than finding cat urine somewhere it absolutely should not be. But before you get angry, understand this. Your cat isn't being spiteful. They're communicating. Peeing outside the box is always a message and you need to decode it. The most common reason is actually the simplest. The litter box is disgusting. Cats have a sense of smell that's 14 times stronger than yours. That box you think is fine? To them, it's a toxic waste dump. They're incredibly clean animals, and asking them to step into a dirty box is like asking you to use a gas station bathroom that hasn't been cleaned in a week. Not happening. Location matters too. Is the box in a high-traffic area? Too far away? On a different floor? Cats need privacy and convenience. If they have to walk through a gauntlet of noise and activity to reach their bathroom, they'll find alternatives. But sometimes it's not about the box at all. It's about territory. When cats urine mark, they're strategic. They'll pee around the edges of rooms, near doorways, or even in a circle around their litter box. This isn't an accident. This is a declaration. They're telling other animals or new visitors that this space is claimed. You'll see this when there's a new pet in the house or when they detect outdoor cats nearby. Stress is another huge factor. Environmental changes, new people, arguments in the house. Cats absorb all of this. And when they're stressed, their bathroom habits fall apart. But here's the critical part. Sometimes it's medical. Urinary tract infections make peeing painful. So cats associate the litter box with pain and start avoiding it. If your cat suddenly starts peeing outside the box, rule out health issues first. Then evaluate the box situation, the environment, and territorial factors. Your cat isn't rebelling. They're trying to tell you something. Are you paying attention? Number 3. The box obsession. Why cats choose boxes over expensive beds. You buy your cat an expensive, comfortable, beautifully designed bed. They sniff it once and walk away. Then they find a cardboard box that's too small for them, squeeze inside and refuse to leave. It's infuriating. But your cat isn't trying to insult you. They're following an instinct that makes perfect sense in their world. Boxes provide security. In the wild, cats are both predators and prey. They need hiding spots where they can observe without being observed. A box gives them walls on every side except one. It's a defensive position. They can see threats coming, but threats can't sneak up behind them. It's strategic, but there's more. Studies show that cats in stressful environments who have access to boxes adapt faster and show less stress than cats without boxes. Why? Because boxes are emotional safe zones. When the world feels overwhelming, a box becomes a fortress. Nothing can get them in there. It's pure comfort. There's also the ambush factor. Cats are ambush predators. They don't chase prey for miles like dogs. They hide, wait, and strike. A box is the perfect ambush spot. Even if there's no prey to hunt, that instinct makes boxes feel right. And let's talk about size. Cats love tight spaces because it makes them feel hugged. That pressure on their body is soothing, like a constant hug. So that too small box? That's not uncomfortable to them. That's perfect. Your expensive bed is too open, too exposed, too soft. It doesn't satisfy any survival instinct. But that cardboard box, that's everything they need. Number 5. The stretch greeting. Why cats stretch when they see you. You walk into the room. Your cat looks up, makes eye contact, and then does this full body stretch. Front legs extended, back arched, tail up, sometimes with a little squeak sound. It's adorable. But is it just a stretch? Absolutely not. This is communication, and it's one of the highest compliments your cat can give you. When a cat stretches in your presence, they're performing what's called a social stretch. It's different from a regular stretch. This one is deliberate, exaggerated, and directed at you. Here's what it means. First, they're showing you they feel safe. Stretching is a vulnerable position. They're elongating their body, exposing their belly, and temporarily limiting their ability to run or defend themselves. They only do this around beings they trust completely. So that stretch, that's your cat saying, I feel safe enough around you to be vulnerable. But there's more. The stretch is also a greeting ritual. In cat language, it's the equivalent of saying, hey, I'm happy to see you. It's acknowledgement and affection wrapped into one movement. Some experts believe it's also a display. Your cat is showing you their body condition, almost like saying, look how healthy and strong I am. It's subtle pride. And if they combine the stretch with slow blinking, that's the ultimate sign of trust and affection. They're not just greeting you, they're bonding with you. So next time your cat stretches when you enter the room, recognize it for what it is. Not just a physical movement, but an emotional statement. You matter to them. Number 5. The door greeting. Why cats wait for you at the entrance. You open the door and there they are. Your cat, positioned at the entrance like they've been counting the minutes. Sometimes purring, sometimes meowing, always present. It feels like the best welcome home ever. But why do they do this? Your cat has been tracking your routine. They know the sound of your car, your footsteps, the exact time you arrive. This isn't random. It's calculated intelligence. But here's what's really happening. First, they genuinely missed you. Cats bond deeply with their humans, and your absence creates anticipation. Second, you're part of their security system. When you leave, their territory feels incomplete. Your return means everything is back in order. Third, routine matters. You feed them, play with them, exist in their world. Your arrival signals normal life resumes. But pay attention to this. Sometimes that door greeting isn't just affection, it's urgency. If your cat is excessively meowing, pacing anxiously, or acting unusual, they might be communicating distress. Maybe they're in pain. Maybe they can't access water. Maybe there's a medical emergency. A normally independent cat suddenly desperate at the door? That's a red flag. Check them immediately. Are they leading you somewhere? That's communication. So that door greeting is usually pure love, but sometimes it's an SOS you cannot ignore. Number 6. The bed invasion. Why cats sleep with you at night. Your cat has multiple beds, cozy spots, and warm places throughout the house. But every night they choose your bed. Sometimes they sleep on your legs, sometimes on your chest. Sometimes they press their body right against yours, making it impossible to move. And if you try to shift them, they look personally offended. Why are they so obsessed with sleeping with you? The obvious answer is warmth. You're like a personal heater. Cats love temperatures between 8500 degrees Fahrenheit. Your body provides consistent heat all night. But if it was just about warmth, they'd sleep on a heating pad. There's more happening here. Security is the real reason. Sleep is the most vulnerable state any animal in time. In the wild, sleeping alone means potential death. Predators attack sleeping prey, so cats evolve to sleep in groups or in extremely safe locations. When your cat sleeps with you, they're choosing you as their security system. They trust you to keep watch while they're unconscious. That's massive trust. There's also a bonding component. Cats are social sleepers with beings they consider family. Sleeping together strengthens social bonds and reinforces group scent. You wake up smelling like your cat, and they smell like you. In cat terms, you're officially family. But here's the part that'll melt your heart. Some cats synchronize their sleep cycles with yours. They adjust their natural rhythms to match when you sleep. That's not convenience, that's dedication. Your cat isn't just sleeping near you. They're choosing to be vulnerable with you every single night. Number 7. The foot licking. Why cats obsessively lick your feet. You're sitting on the couch, feet bare, and suddenly your cat appears. They start licking your feet with intense focus. That sandpaper tongue scraping your skin over and over. It's ticklish, weird, and slightly gross. But your cat is completely committed to this task like it's their job. What's going on? Why are they obsessed with your feet? First, let's talk about salt. Your feet sweat more than most parts of your body. That sweat contains salt, and cats need sodium in their diet. Your feet are essentially a salt lick. They're getting nutrients while bonding with you. Win-win in their mind. But there's a deeper reason. Grooming is social behavior for cats. When cats groom each other, it's called allo-grooming. It's how they strengthen bonds and show affection. By licking your feet, your cat is treating you like another cat. They're saying, you're part of my family, and I'm taking care of you. Your feet also carry intense scents. You walk everywhere, tracking smells from outside. To your cat's powerful nose, your feet are information highways. They're reading where you've been, what you've encountered, and whether any threats exist. Licking helps them process these scents more deeply. And let's not forget marking. When your cat licks you, they're also transferring their scent onto you. It's a two-way exchange. They're gathering information and claiming ownership simultaneously. So that annoying foot-licking session? It's your cat performing a complex ritual of care, investigation, and bonding. They're not being weird, they're being family. Number 8. The tail wrap. Why cats wrap their tail around you? You're sitting down, and your cat approaches. They sit next to you, and then slowly, their tail curls around your arm or leg. It stays there, wrapped like they're holding your hand. Most people don't even notice this behavior because it's so subtle, but it's one of the most affectionate things a cat can do. A cat's tail is an incredibly expressive tool. Every movement means something. Straight up means confident. Puffed up means scared or aggressive. Tucked under means submissive. But wrapping their tail around you? That's deliberate affection. In cat colonies, friendly cats often intertwine their tails or wrap them around each other while sitting together. It's a bonding behavior that says we're connected, we're family. When your cat wraps their tail around you, they're treating you exactly like another cat they care about. But there's more to it. Tails are sensitive. They contain vertebrae and nerves. Touching tails is intimate for cats, so when they place their tail against you and hold it there, they're sharing something vulnerable. They're also marking you. Cat tails have scent glands. That wrap is transferring their scent onto you, claiming you as theirs. It's a gentle form of ownership, and unlike other affection behaviors, the tail wrap is passive. It doesn't demand attention. It's not asking for pets or food. It's just existing with you. Your cat is saying, I want to be connected to you right now, and that's enough. It's quiet love. The kind that doesn't need words or actions, just presence and a simple tail wrap that means more than most people realize. Number 9. The head bump. Why cats smash their face into you. Your cat walks up to you and just rams their head into your hand, leg, or face. Sometimes gently, sometimes with surprising force. Then they rub their cheek and forehead all over you like they're trying to polish you. This behavior is called bunting or headbutting, and it's loaded with meaning. First, let's talk about scent glands. Cats have concentrated scent glands on their cheeks, forehead, and chin. When they rub these areas on you, they're depositing their unique scent. You can't smell it, but other cats can. They're marking you as part of their territory and family. It's like wearing their signature cologne. But bunting isn't just about marking. It's a social bonding ritual. Cats only head bump beings they feel safe with and care about. You'll never see a cat bunt a threat or a stranger. This gesture is reserved for their inner circle. Mother cats bunt their kittens. Friendly cats bunt each other. And your cat bunts you because you're in their family unit. There's also a greeting component. When cats reunite after being apart, they often exchange bunts. It's their way of saying I missed you and reinforcing social bonds. The force behind the bunt matters too. A gentle head bump is affection. An aggressive slam means they really want your attention right now. Some cats are subtle bunters. Others will legitimately headbutt you hard enough to hurt. Both are affection, just different intensity levels. So when your cat smashes their face into you, they're not being weird or aggressive. They're claiming you, bonding with you, and showing trust. That head bump is a hug in cat language. Number 10. The freeze response. Why kittens go limp. Ever grabbed a kitten by the scruff and watched it turn into a statue? Here's what's actually happening. When mama cat picks up her baby by the neck, that kitten's entire nervous system gets an emergency signal. Instant shutdown. Total freeze. But this isn't fear. This is evolution's masterpiece. In the wild, a squirming kitten is a dead kitten. Predators spot movement. Branches catch wriggly bodies. So nature installed an off switch. The moment pressure hits that scruff, the kitten's brain releases a flood of calming chemicals. Their muscles relax. Their heart rate drops. They become the perfect carry-on package. But here's the wild part. This only works for the first few weeks of life. After that, the reflex disappears. Why? Because older kittens need to escape danger, not freeze during it. This scruff response isn't just about transport, it's about trust. That kitten is literally putting their life in their mother's jaws, trusting she'll take them somewhere safer. And the ones who trusted? They survived. The ones who fought? They didn't make it long enough to pass on their genes, so that adorable freeze you're seeing isn't submission. It's thousands of years of survival intelligence compressed into one tiny reflex. Number 11. The shadow effect. Why they follow you everywhere. Your cat is stalking you right now. Even if you can't see them, they're probably planning their next move. But before you freak out, understand this. It's not creepy. It's connection. See, we've been lied to about cats. Everyone says they're independent loners who barely tolerate humans. Complete myth. Modern cats are becoming more social with every generation, and scientists are finally catching up to what cat owners already know. Your cat is obsessed with you. But why the constant following? 3 reasons, and they're all fascinating. First, you're their entertainment system. Indoor cats can't hunt, can't explore new territory, can't do any of the things their brains are screaming at them to do, so they follow you because you're unpredictable. You open doors. You make noise. You're the most interesting thing in their environment. Second, they're running security checks. In the wild, cats patrol their territory multiple times a day, spreading their scent and checking for intruders. Your house is their kingdom, and you're part of their patrol route. They're not following you. They're escorting you through their domain. Third, and this is the kicker, they actually like you. Revolutionary concept, right? But when your cat shadows you from room to room, they're choosing your company. They feel safe with you. They're bonding with you. Now, if they're following and meowing constantly, that's different. That usually means something specific. Hungry, litter box is gross, or they're not feeling well. But the silent shadow? That's pure affection. Number 12. The territory declaration. Why they don't cover their poop. This is going to blow your mind. When your cat doesn't bury their waste, they're not being lazy. They're making a statement. In the wild, weak cats bury everything. It's survival. Hide your scent. Avoid predators. Stay invisible. But dominant cats? The kings and queens of the jungle? They leave their waste on full display. Lions don't bury. Tigers don't bury. Mountain lions actually build little dirt hills and drop their business right on top like a flag on a mountain peak. It's a power move. So when your domesticated house cat suddenly stops covering, they're channeling their inner lion. They're saying, this is my territory. But here's where it gets interesting. Even if your cat has lived in your house for years, they might not feel like it's truly theirs. Maybe there's a new cat in the neighborhood. Maybe a stranger visited. Maybe they just decided it's time to establish dominance. You'll see this a lot with male cats, or when you bring home a new pet. But hold on, don't assume it's always territorial. Sometimes the litter box itself is the problem. Wrong texture, wrong smell, too small, too dirty. Cats are incredibly picky about their bathroom situation. If the box isn't 5-star quality, they'll spend as little time as possible in there, which means no covering. And sometimes it's medical. A urinary tract infection or a hurt paw makes every second in that box painful. So they do their business and bail. Bottom line, uncovered poop is communication. Your cat is either claiming territory or telling you something's wrong. Either way, they're talking. Are you listening? Number 13. The stink face. Why cats make that weird, sneering expression. Picture this. Your cat suddenly freezes, mouth hanging open, upper lip curled back like they just smelled something absolutely disgusting. It looks like they're judging everything you've ever done wrong in your life, but that face, it has a name. The flemen response. And it's not disgust. It's detective work. Here's what's happening. Your cat just encountered a scent that requires investigation. Maybe another cat's urine. Maybe a new smell you brought home on your shoes. Their regular nose isn't enough for this job, so they open their mouth and let that scent travel to the roof of their mouth where a special organ is waiting, the vomeronasal organ. It's like a second nose specifically designed for analyzing chemical signals that regular smelling misses. Think of it as upgrading, from regular vision to thermal imaging. Suddenly they can detect things that were completely invisible before. Pheromones, hormones, identity markers. It's CSI for cats. This response isn't unique to house cats either. Big cats do it. Horses do it. Tons of mammals have this superpower, but you see it most often in unneutered male cats because they're constantly scanning for females in heat. Those pheromones in female cat urine are like a billboard advertisement, and the flemen response is how males read it. So next time you see your cat making that ridiculous face, show some respect. They're not being weird. They're processing information you can't even detect. They're reading messages written in a language you'll never understand. That sneering face, that's your cat being absolutely brilliant. Number 14. The door protest. Why cats hate closed doors. A closed door is a personal insult to your cat. Doesn't matter what's behind it. Doesn't matter if they've never cared about that room before. The moment you close that door, it becomes the most important room in the entire house. Why? Because cats operate on one fundamental principle. Everything is mine until proven otherwise. Your house isn't your house. It's their territory that they generously allow you to live in. Every room, every corner, every space belongs to them. So when you close a door, you're essentially putting up a border wall in their kingdom without permission. Unacceptable. But it goes deeper than just territorial issues. Cats are insanely curious creatures. If something's happening behind a closed door, they need to know about it. Are you okay in there? Are you doing something interesting? Is there food involved? The mystery drives them crazy. There's also a social component most people miss. Despite their reputation as loners, cats are actually pretty social with their chosen humans. When you close a door between you and your cat, they interpret it as rejection. You're their companion, their family, and suddenly there's this barrier. They want to be near you, and that door is in the way. So they scratch. They meow. They slide their little paws underneath trying to break through. Some cats even learn to open doors themselves because they refuse to accept barriers in their own territory. The solution? Either leave doors open or accept that you're going to have a furry audience for everything you do. Because in your cat's mind, closed doors don't exist. Only temporary obstacles that need to be eliminated. Number 15. The kneading obsession. Why cats punch your body repeatedly. Your cat jumps on your lap, gets comfortable, and then starts doing it. The rhythmic pushing, paws pressing in and out, like they're making bread, claws digging into your skin. It's cute for about 10 seconds, then it's painful. But you don't want to stop them because they look so happy. What's actually happening here? This is one of the most primal behaviors cats have. When kittens nurse, they need their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. It's literally their first survival skill. Push the belly, get the milk. That association between kneading and comfort gets burned into their brain permanently. So when your adult cat needs you, they're regressing to kittenhood. You make them feel safe and content, the same way their mother did. It's the ultimate compliment. But here's the kicker. They might also be marking you. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads. Every time they need, they're transferring their scent onto you. It's a combination of comfort behavior and ownership claim. You're not just their human. You're their territory. Some cats need before sleeping because it's soothing. Others need when they're happy and relaxed. A few need obsessively when they're stressed. The context matters, but the constant, it always goes back to that early kittenhood association. Needing equals safety, comfort, and love. So when those claws are digging into your thigh, remember, your cat is telling you that you feel like home. Number 16. The water bowl rejection. Why cats refuse fresh water. You fill their water bowl with fresh, clean water. They look at it, ignore it completely, then walk to the bathroom and drink from the toilet. Or they paw at their water bowl for 5 minutes before taking one tiny sip. Or they'll only drink from a running faucet, making you their personal water fountain operator. What's the problem? Cats are weird about water, and there are solid reasons why. First, instinct. In the wild, stagnant water means danger. Parasites, bacteria, disease, all thrive in still water. Moving water is safer. So your cat's brain is programmed to trust running water more than sitting water. That's why they're obsessed with faucets and fountains. It looks alive, therefore it's safe. Second, location. Cats don't drink water near their food in the wild because dead prey contaminates water sources. So if their water bowl is right next to their food bowl, their instinct says that water is unsafe. Move the water to a different location, and suddenly they'll drink more. Third, the bowl itself. Plastic bowls hold odors. Metal bowls create reflections that might startle them. And if the bowl is too narrow, their whiskers touch the sides while drinking, which is uncomfortable. They need wide, shallow bowls made of ceramic or glass. But here's the wildest part. Some cats prefer their water slightly dirty. Not filthy, but aged. Fresh water has chemicals from treatment that they can taste and smell. Water that's been sitting for a few hours, those chemicals have evaporated. It tastes more natural. So your cat isn't being picky. They're being a survival expert. Number 17. The chattering ritual. Why cats make that weird clicking noise. You're sitting with your cat. They're staring out the window. Suddenly they start making this bizarre sound. It's like clicking, chattering, and chirping all mixed together. Their jaw is vibrating rapidly, and they look completely possessed. First time you hear it, it's genuinely unsettling. But this sound has a purpose, and it's connected to frustration and hunting. Here's what's happening. Your cat sees prey. A bird outside, a fly on the window, a laser pointer dot they can't catch. Their hunting instinct kicks into overdrive. Their brain is screaming attack. But they can't reach the target. That unreachable prey creates intense frustration, and the chattering is how it manifests. Some experts think it's a practice bite. Their jaw is rehearsing the killing bite they'd use to snap a bird's neck or sever a spine. They're so locked into hunting mode that their mouth is going through the motions automatically. Others believe it's excitement that's literally too much to contain. The predatory instinct is so strong it's leaking out as sound. But here's a wild theory. Some researchers think cats are mimicking prey sounds to lure them closer, like a hunting tactic. There's evidence that wild cats in the Amazon actually imitate monkey calls to attract them. Could your house cat be trying the same thing with birds? Possibly. Either way, that chattering means your cat is in full predator mode. They're imagining the hunt, practicing the kill, and dealing with the frustration of being stuck behind glass. It's adorable and terrifying at the same time. Your cat isn't weird. They're speaking a language that's been refined over thousands of years. Every bizarre behavior has meaning. Every strange action is communication. And now that you understand what they're saying, your relationship with your cat will never be the same. Welcome to their world.